What's the best microphone to use with the GoPro Hero 11 Black? That's a question that we get asked a lot on this channel because I do a lot of camera gear reviews and tutorials about compact camera gear specifically for vlogging and travel. And so I did a video back with the GoPro Hero 9 comparing several different external microphones on the GoPro to figure out which one was going to perform the best. And so obviously the cameras have changed a little bit, and so now we have the Hero 11 Black. So I'm going to repeat that test, but I'm going to use totally different microphones this time around, and we're going to see which one comes out on top. So to start with, we're using the GoPro Hero 11 Black just by itself, no media mod, no external microphones. This is just using the internal microphones. So this is what it sounds like, and yeah, we're just walking. We've got a bit of a breeze going, so this is what it sounds like. Actually, big breeze coming now. Good wind test. Also going to flip the camera around and speak from behind. So this is what it sounds like using those built-in internal microphones on the GoPro Hero 11 Black. And we also have auto wind reduction on. Next thing I'm going to do is do a little jog test to see what the sound is like. Definitely going to get my workout in for the day. And a little jogging test speaking from behind the camera. Next, we're going to be testing out the GoPro Wind Slayer. So this is a really thin, pretty cheap honestly, piece of foam that goes around the GoPro, no media mods, so we're still using those internal microphones, but instead we have a physical sound dampener around the whole GoPro, blocking out each of the built-in microphones. Let's test it out and see how it does. And it's actually perfect because we've got a gust of wind coming through right now. So this is what it sounds like, just walking and talking with the GoPro Wind Slayer. And now from behind the camera, this is what it sounds like. This is probably one of the cheapest ways to get some kind of wind protection on top of the camera here. All right, next we're gonna do a little jogging test. So we're jogging, and this is what it sounds like with the Wind Slayer. Next up, we're going to be testing out the GoPro Media Mod. And so if you're not familiar with GoPros, there is no 3.5mm microphone jack on them, and you also cannot attach USB-C microphones directly. So if you want to attach any kind of external microphone to your GoPro, then you have to use either the official GoPro mic adapter or the GoPro Media Mod. And I personally prefer the Media Mod because it's a little bit more form-fitting, and it gives you cold shoe mounts to actually attach your microphones to the GoPro. So right now we're using that media mod, and that front-facing microphone is enabled. Now I've had this media mod since the Hero 9, so it's actually pretty old, and I've actually lost the windscreen. So I unfortunately cannot test out that windscreen. It's actually very difficult to replace that windscreen if you do lose it. GoPro did send us one replacement, and since then they kind of said you're out of luck, you just can't replace that windscreen. So it's kind of a problem that I have with the media mod, but this is what it sounds like. Another downside to using the media mod is that you have to choose either front microphone or back facing microphone. So since I have front facing microphone enabled right now, if I flip the camera around and try to speak with that front facing microphone enabled, then this is what it sounds like. In order to have the back facing microphone enabled, I actually have to stop recording and go into my settings and enable the back facing microphone. So it's kind of a hassle, but this is what it does sound like with that back facing microphone enabled. Now we're going to do a little jogging test. Lots of wind, and again I apologize for not having the physical windscreen on the media mod. And here's a jogging test with the front-facing microphone enabled on the media mod. Running around in circles now. The next microphone I'll be testing out is the Rode Video Micro 2, which is actually brand new. So it's one of my first times using it, and it's an updated version of the original Rode Video Micro. But as you can see, there is a bit of an issue where even though this microphone is very small and the quality is probably very good, the microphone is just a touch too big to use with the GoPro. And I'm shooting, 4K 30 linear with horizon leveling. I've got auto boost, and so we've already got that crop applied to the camera, and I can still see a bit of the microphone in the frame. So, you can crop in just a little bit to get rid of it, but this is with, just the foam windscreen, not even the furry windscreen. If I had the furry windscreen, then it really is an issue. All right, here we go with the Rode VideoMicro 2 and the furry windscreen. As you can see, definitely pretty unusable at this point from this angle. But with that said, something that we can do to make this whole shooting experience with the Rode better is flip the shotgun microphone backwards if I'm standing behind the camera. And in this case, the audio is going to be much better and we won't get the microphone dipping into the frame. So if you're going to use the GoPro like this, then this microphone might actually be a good option for you. I'm gonna go ahead and jog with it. This is what it sounds like when I'm jogging, and also with a bit of a breeze coming through. The next microphone that we're going to be testing out is another directional microphone. This is the Sennheiser MKE200, which is pretty similar in its structure to the Rode VideoMicro and the VideoMicro 2, but one big difference is that this microphone is quite a bit smaller than even the VideoMicro is. And so it's actually pretty obvious because I'm using the furry windscreen on this microphone, and yet we cannot see that microphone at all in the frame. So that's one big benefit to using this mic. Another thing is the price. It's about $100, which isn't too bad for this style of microphone, and also the brand, because this is Sennheiser, which is one of the biggest microphone and headphone audio companies out there. And so this is my first time using a Sennheiser microphone, so I'm pretty curious to hear what the quality is. But so far, I really applaud the size. But one possible downside is that it's still a directional microphone, so if I flip the camera around, we're not going to get the best audio unless we're directly in front of that microphone. So it's a bit of an issue if you're going to be vlogging like this and wanting to flip the camera a lot. Your audio is going to be fluctuating quite a bit. Here we go with a running test with the Sennheiser MKE200. This is what it sounds like, again with that furry windscreen on top, and we've got a bit of a breeze coming through. And now a running test from behind, again with the Sennheiser MKE200 and the furry windscreen on top, and a big breeze. Next, we're going to end the test with two of my favorite microphones. This is a different style of microphone than what we've used so far. This is the DJI microphone, which is a wireless microphone, and the next one is the Rode Wireless Go 2 that we're going to test. But both of those microphones, they're quite a bit more expensive than the other microphones that we've tested so far, but that's because they come with actually two microphones, so they're wireless. So right now I'm wearing, the transmitter, one of two transmitters that comes with the DJI microphone, and it actually has a built-in microphone. So it's pretty nice because I can make the camera go really far away. The camera can be, facing behind me, and you should still be able to hear me pretty well because the microphone is attached to me and not on top of the camera. So that's one benefit to using these microphones. Another benefit that I discovered recently when I was doing an interview style video is that both microphones have onboard recording available. And so I don't know if you can see on this microphone, but there's actually a red light that is on. And so that means that this transmitter is actually recording audio directly to the transmitter itself. So in case something happens to the audio that's being recorded to the camera, then I can still save that audio because I've got it also recording to my transmitter. And here we go, an audio test when I'm running with the DJI microphone clipped to my shirt. This is what it sounds like from a vlogging perspective. And this is what it sounds like jogging with the DJI microphone with the camera facing forward and I'm behind it. Finally, we're going to end this test with the Rode Wireless Go 2, which has been one of my favorite microphones to use when I'm vlogging with every camera, not just the GoPro. And this is actually the microphone that I personally thought was the winner of the last round of testing that I did when I was testing out microphones for GoPros. And so this is still a great microphone, but the thing is there's been a lot of new competition that's sprouted up since this microphone came out and since I did some comparison testing. So I'm really curious to see if it's still going to hold up against some of the other competitors that have come up. but this is what it sounds like, and it works pretty much the same way that the DJI microphone does. It's just slightly different, but you know, in the way that it works, it's pretty much the same. And so if we flip the camera around, we still have that great effect of not getting any change in my audio quality, no matter where the camera is pointed, as long as the microphone is still physically clipped to me. Then we're going to wrap up with a little jogging test with this microphone. And jogging test in the front-facing vlogging position with the microphone attached, as well as the windscreen. Alright guys, we're back to shooting with the Media Mod on the GoPro Hero 11 Black, but yeah, those are 8 different audio recording options with the GoPro Hero 11 Black. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about which one sounded the best, and also which one you think is most practical that you would actually use with the GoPro. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.